and your car, your Audi A3, it's failing at low RPM, it's kind of weird when you're at a standstill. It gives that minimal hitch, and then as RPM goes up, it starts to stabilize without any issues, or even at both low and high RPM, it's bad. So I have the solution here for you guys, okay? I'm going to show you. In my experience, I've seen many injector nozzle issues due to the lousy fuel we have here in Brazil, and this one in my hand is an Audi A3 injector nozzle that's identical to the one in the Golf GTI, and the Jetta TSI, it's a low nozzle in this case for the ea888 third generation engines, okay? So for those who need to replace it, who need to carry out this maintenance, I even recommend, after 50,000 kilometers, taking it to a garage. I would suggest the GT2 Car Service Garage here in Sao Paulo, which is run by a friend of mine, and it's excellent. So 10, they provide a service grade of 10, and they also have extensive experience in the Audi Volkswagen line. One thing I've seen quite a bit is a lot of fuel injector problems, alright? There are plenty of cars, mine was one of them. A friend of mine had this issue too. Both of them are Audi A3s, and a friend of mine with a Golf variant also had the problem. And another friend of mine who has a Golf GTI had this problem too. So it's a common issue when the cars are reaching around 50,000, 60,000 kilometers because of the poor quality fuel we have in our country. So the fuel injector can get stuck open, or it can get stuck closed, or it might start dripping. In this video, to help you guys, I'm going to mention the codes for the fuel injectors for you to look for. The original factory fuel injectors are from Bosch, okay? Whether it's the Audi line or the Volkswagen line, the fuel injectors that come from the factory, this one is from the factory, okay? That came out of my original car. I've always been the only owner of the car, so it's never had multiple owners. This is the nozzle that came from the Audi factory. This is a Bosch brand nozzle, okay? So you can research. One of the most important things I have to point out here to you, so you don't fall for something wrong, so you don't fall for a scam, is I don't recommend buying nozzles and injectors from the free market, okay? I recommend that you buy at auto parts, at parts distributor, or at physical stores, okay? I don't recommend buying from the free market because there is a lot of counterfeiting of these nozzles coming from China. A lot of people buy from China, resell on the free market. A lot of people buy from China and resell elsewhere. So if you have a problem with this here for a fake nozzle, the problem will be big. You may even lose your car's engine, okay? So I strongly recommend that you research in quality stores, and I just created a site to help you. In this site, I will make it clear we don't sell any parts, okay? We created a site with the codes of various parts so that you can do maintenance on your car, so that you can take it to a workshop, and so that you can research the value of these parts on the internet, okay? So you can research in stores and internet, because usually whatever place you go to research, do a research, you will get in touch with the place and they will ask something like, all right, what is the parts code? Man, I don't know. It didn't help at all. So on that website, we have listed the code of all the parts, including the high nozzles, the low nozzles, ignition plug, among many other things such as brake pad code, brake disc, water pump, cylinder head gasket, valve cover gasket, among many others. We have listed everything there to able to assist you in the best way so that you, the car owner, can search exactly for the correct model and can buy the exact model, okay? So if you have not replaced the low nozzles of your car yet, haven't encountered this problem, and it's still not giving trouble, your car is already reaching about 50 to 60,000 kilometers, I strongly recommend that you take it to a workshop. Our workshop that we trust, we like, we know is the GT2 Car Service, which is from Bosch here in Sao Paulo, right? I'll leave their contact details down here in the description for you, but you can take it to any workshop. This is our recommendation, but it's not a requirement. You can take it wherever you deem best, okay? And of course, even though your nozzles might not have any issues, but if they're around 50 to 60,000, it's highly recommended that you take them to a workshop, disassemble them, put them in a machine, and check the health of your car's injector nozzles. If it's jammed shut, jammed shut. If it's dripping, it's a good idea to replace, all right? Because you might be unaware of the significant problem you might face with your car if these injector nozzle 1, 2, 3, or 4 are jammed open, jammed shut, or are dripping, alright? The best case scenario is that it's only dripping a little bit, and then it will only slightly increase the consumption of your car. If it jams open, it might cause the engine to break down. If it jams closed, it might also cause the engine to break down. So I recommend that this be a preventative solution. And of course, you only need to change it if it's really defective. If it's not defective, if it's perfect, the replacement won't be made. If it's defective, I do recommend that you change the nozzles to avoid risking a loss of the car engine. In the case of a 1 to 3 liter Golf GTI, which costs roughly the block with everything, you'll pay around 30, 40, 50,000 reais, which is very expensive. Okay, so many people don't talk about it, many people don't comment about it, and I'm commenting here to help you, alright? So I hope I've helped you, and if this video helped you and answered your question, comment below. And of course, if you truly liked our content, if this content really helped you, I ask for only one thing, which is to click below to subscribe, because we'll have lots of videos here to help you and answer your many questions, okay? So that's it, everyone. I send a hug. I hope I helped you. Bye-bye. Last but not least, I apologize as I had already said goodbye, but finally, if you have any suggestion concerning a part that you don't know the code for and need the code, or something that caused a problem with your car and you would like to report, comment below for us so we can also be aware of your report. All the best. Bye-bye.